So today let's talk about your results in trading. And you've heard the statistics before, I'm sure, that between 70% and 95% of traders are failing. Some even say 99% of traders are failing in the market. Now, I've always wondered, why is that? Why is it that some people succeed when some other people lose? And the ones who succeed are not always smart. They're not the one with the most IQ, usually not. But they know some things that other people don't. I've been fascinated about this for a long time. I went from being a bad or struggling trader to a profitable trader, and now trading full time. And I want to share with you some tips today on why I think that 95% of traders fail and some people succeed. Why is that? What's the difference? So let's dive right in. Now, before we continue forward, I just want to remind you that this is not to discourage you. It's not something that I want to put you down or make you feel like you're bad. It's not my goal at all. I want to be able to help you grow and become better. That's really the objective of this video, because there's no like putting people down with this. I just want to help you grow, and sometimes you got to be tough to help people grow. So that's what it's about. Okay, the first reason why I think people don't succeed in trading, why the 95% of people fail, is because they have no strategy or a very vague strategy. Now, what this means is you ask people like what they trade. They might have been taking 5 courses online, and then what they trade is price action. They tell you, oh, I trade price action, oh, I trade reversals, or I trade pullbacks, right? But that's not enough to succeed in trading. You gotta be more precise in this. You gotta add more confidence to your trades. Because so someone who trades price action, it could be anything. You could be trading reversal, sideways, you could be trading anything, any candlestick pattern. And usually what people say is that, well, they look in the market, they analyze every single pair, and they trade based on that. Instead of waiting for a specific setup that they like, that they always trade the same thing, and wait for it to appear in the market, to then trade. Like, it's not about trading everything, every single pair based on your analysis. It's about trading only a few things that you're really good at. So if you have clear rules on your strategy, you are much more likely to succeed. If you don't have rules, then forget it. If you have rules that are really vague, like, oh, I look at patterns in the market, I look at the head and shoulders, there's a bolt up the bottom, I look at these things, I look at the RSI sometimes, I look at the Bollinger Band sometimes, like, that's not clear, that's really vague. So you want to have a clear thing, one thing you trade all the time, the same thing always, and focus on that. Now, when you're good, right, when you have a couple of years of profitable trading, then you can add more things to it. Sure, add more setups, add more markets, add more things, but not until the first few years of profitable results, because that's just wasting your time. You'll split your energies many ways, and you won't be able to get to your goal. And the second reason why people are failing in trading all the time is because they have unrealistic expectations of what they can get in trading. They see a mentor out there who's been making 100% a year or more, or even like 1,000% every month or so, and that's what they aim for, right? Because I saw this guy with a Lamborghini, because I saw this guy with flashing money that's like fake money, or buying like a big fancy watch, which I don't have. Because they see that, they expect that they can get the same thing in trading themselves. And it's just like fake. Like, these people are making their money from the courses they sell or from the multi-level marketing that they are part of, not from actual trading. Any trader would know out there that if you invest your money in a watch, a boat, a car, anything of the sort, on champagne that's adding no value, then you're kind of wasting your money, because you could be investing this in trading and multiply it the next few years. But if you choose to spend it, and if you choose to always inflate your lifestyle that way, you won't get rich, for sure. You won't get wealthy at all. You'll always be stuck and glued to the cycle of making more money to pay your bills, and that's just not gonna work. Sure, you'll make some profits over time, but that's going to be a small part compared to what you probably expect. Even like 20% a year is good. Like, that's what the hedge funds, and even not all of them, make. Some people make less than that in hedge funds, have millions of dollars they manage, and are good with that, right? But you got to be able to go back to it first to then follow the bigger targets over time and be able to make more money over time. Another thing to keep in mind is that all the big gains require big and extreme risk. And sure, someone could do it. They could make 1,000% a year on their account. But most of them did not. Like, there's going to be 1,000 people behind them who did the same thing and failed. Or there's going to be these thousands of accounts they don't show you that actually blew up before. The other guy could be like a few months away from blowing up his account. And so that's not something you want to do sustainably. These expectations need to be brought back to simple stuff. 20% a year, being able to outperform the market, the S&P 500. If you can outperform it, you're doing a decent job. That should be your first step. Not buying a car, not buying a Lamborghini, not buying a yacht, not going on a trip with like 25 girls with you, not doing these kinds of things, because that's pointless. Like, that's not something that any trader who's purely has a passion for trading would do. That's things that people on Instagram, the marketers, the influencers will try to do to make themselves feel better and look better than other people. And that's something I want you to understand for sure. Okay, number 3, we get to a point that's a bit different, and that is confusion. Now look, here's the deal. There's never been so many trading mentors out there. They're everywhere. On Instagram, on TikTok now, which is insane. On YouTube, there's a ton of them. I'm probably one of them. The point still holds true. But the key thing is that you can learn 1,000 different strategies from 1,000 different people. And if you try to learn and pick like different things from everyone, you're going to be stuck with confusion. You'll be stuck with inaction. You won't know what to do. You won't know what to use. You won't be sure what thing is true about the market, what thing is not true, what thing you got to focus on, what thing you got to avoid. And guess what? Your results will be zero. Well, you cannot advance if you're confused by different people. And that's a very big problem. Ultimately, we know for a fact that you got to create your own trading strategy. That's for sure, right? But the issue here, the big problem, is picking 10 different people online, or even 20, or even 30 different people online, and trying to learn from all those people. Like one will have a strategy for breakouts, one will trade stocks, the other one will trade Forex, one will look at these patterns, one will say this is the right way to draw the zones, the other guy will say don't do zones like this, it's crap, it doesn't work. One will say do this way instead, you gotta trade like the banks, you gotta trade like these supply and demand areas, you gotta focus on this, then do that. And how do you expect to get anything out of it, right? I know, it's insane. And so the best way you can go about getting out of that confusion aspect in trading is find one mentor that you relate to, that you understand first, and that seems to make sense to you, and then only focus on that style. Spend 6 months only with that person. You can watch YouTube videos, you can take coaching if that's useful for you, whichever option you prefer. Just focus on this for 6 months at a time. Set a goal that in 6 months, you're going to be able to figure it out with that person, with that type of style of trading. Okay? And then you spend 6 months on that. You don't watch other YouTube videos, you don't watch other people, you don't read from 5 traders on Instagram, you don't look on TikTok for trading videos. You forget all these things. And then you focus on one person, right? It could be me, it could be someone else, so it doesn't matter. I really don't care here because I want you to get results. And I'm not bugged down to only follow my strategy and my style. I think that's pointless. Okay, so you spend the 6 months on that person, you implement their strategies, their way of doing things, and you see if it worked. If it didn't work, spend the next 6 months tweaking it and making it your own. Like sometimes you find a mentor online that's like teaching crap and the strategy doesn't work, but it still makes sense to you. Like you like how it works, but the results don't add up. Like the results are bad, the win rate is crap, the strategy is losing money over time. It doesn't mean you have to give up and find someone else. If you like this style, you can still tweak it and make it work for you and for it to work in the market. And from there, you're able to grow and become better. My first strategy that I found for Forex trading in the Forex market worked okay, maybe like a bit break even, but like not big results in the market. Like pretty much no profit in the market. And the people teaching it were like gladly talking about how big were the wins, how big were the months, how you can make 100% per year with it. And they were all talking about this all the time. While when I was trading it myself, it didn't work. I was still able to take that strategy that I liked the principle of it, tweak it, make it my own, add some things to it, take off some things that didn't make sense, and make it profitable over time. So that made a big difference. Now, it doesn't have to be you copy someone else's strategies online. You can always make it your own and tweak it, but you got to get out of that confusion for sure. All right, so now the fourth reason that people fail in trading, and this has been killing a lot of traders, either because they gave up after they start or because they blow up their account. And that is about having the wrong mindset. Now, the key mindset that people should not have, you should really avoid this, is being needy. Okay, so this is something you see in every other field. In dating, if you're needy, you don't get to meet the girl you want. In business, if you're needy, you miss on deals. And that can be a big problem. Now, in trading, it's the same. If you're needy about money, you will fail. If you need to make money right now to pay your bills, to be able to do what you want to do, you'll fail. That's for sure. A lot of traders I've seen do this. They need money right now, so they get in the market. They trade because they lost their job, because they had a problem, because they want to get money to pay for something right now. And then they cannot make it. It's impossible. Why is that? Well, it's simple. Same thing as in dating, right? When you need to have a girlfriend, you need to find a wife quickly. You won't find it. It's impossible. Like you might find a person for sure, but it's not going to be the right person. And you're going to kind of screw it up over the time. Now, if you need money in trading, it's the same principle. You won't make it. Your mindset is like, oh, I need this thing so much. I need to get there. Oh, I need to do this. And it means that you don't have it yet. And you're not confident you can get it. If you are so confident you can make money in trading, you wouldn't be needy. And you will be able to focus on the right things instead of just focusing on the money. Now, the thing is, when you really need money, all the dollars in your account that you lose are going to hit harder than if you didn't need them. And if you have a trade going into a small profit, you'll close it so fast to get the money in your account. You won't let it run till it goes to take profits. And sure, it could be a good thing, right? But it won't be able to pay for the losing trades you have in your account. So you have one losing trade, you lose like, let's say $100, for example. Then you have this profitable trade you cut really fast, you gain $20. Then you have this other losing trade, you lose $100 again. Then you win 40, then you lose 100, then you win 50. And all these things could be like 200, 300, these winning trades. But instead you cut them at $20, $30, $50, which is not enough to cover any losses you have. And that's a big issue. So you gotta change your mindset. You gotta go in a state of abundance that you can make it work, you're confident about it. And from there it's gonna probably work better for a lot of people. Now the fifth reason why you might fail in trading is because you're inconsistent. And what does that mean? It's not about inconsistent results or P&L, because that you cannot control. It's impossible to tell yourself, well, now I want to have consistent results if you're not putting in consistent actions. And so people are loving this. Like they start something really fast, but they never finish it. They start a new business, they start trading, they start a trading course, but they don't finish it. And that's a big issue, of course, right? So if you're not consistent, you won't have consistent results in trading. Now, how you solve this is quite simple. Start doing your habits daily. Start doing the right things you gotta do that you know you have to do, like the backtesting, like the going through a course, like the talking to a mentor, connecting with traders in your area. Start doing this daily. Now, I've done many videos in the past where I talk about things you gotta do, like routines you gotta have. I'll link some below and also link in the corner of this video right here. But those are things you gotta do daily, and if you're not doing them, you're gonna fail. It's astonishing how many people sign up for a trading course and they're like, oh, this is going to change my trading. It's going to completely change my life and I'll be able to become a full-time trader right away with it. Then they do like a week of it, like a module of it, and then they don't do it after. Or let's say they have access to a coach, but they don't do calls with their coach. Why is that, right? Well, because they're not consistent and they love to start things, they love to feel good about themselves, but they don't love doing the work. And that's the big issue. So if you love doing the work, if you're there every single day, if you're there doing your habits all the time, doing the same thing you know you should be doing all the time, then you'll get good results. That's inevitable. Like you just gotta go do the right things. We've done a video before about how to focus your time on the right things in trading. I'll make sure I leave that linked here in the corner somewhere. Or it might be the other side, whichever. I'll leave that link somewhere there so you can watch it after. Key point is you gotta do the right things and you gotta do them daily and you gotta follow through on your habits and you gotta trade the same strategy day in, day out, whether you feel good about it or not good about it. Okay, you're not gonna change your strategy or your rules from day to day all the time. It's not possible. Even if you have a losing trade or 5 or 10, who cares? Trade the same thing, manage your risk properly, but in that case, you're able to trade the same thing and not stress about it, and do the same thing until your stats get better, and then find ways to improve outside of your trading hours. This can make a big difference because people love to do things for the first time. They love to get in, they love the excitement of like, oh, I'm gonna start this, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be awesome. Then a month later, they're not doing it anymore, and that's a big problem. So if you've been slipping up on your habits, time to get back on track right now. If you're doing your habits daily, then you have my thumbs up, and I really congratulate you for doing the right thing day in, day out. Not many people do this, of course, and that's a big skill you have, so definitely a good job on that. Okay, so to recap what we talked about today, why people fail in trading. First of all, a vague strategy, unrealistic expectations about the returns they can make, confusion, the wrong mindset to have, which is being needy about things and needing money right now and getting into trading to make that money quickly. And the fifth is being inconsistent in their habits and their trading and overall. Hope you liked this video today. Let me know your thoughts as always below in the comment section. I want to hear what you think. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Tell me why you like it. If you didn't like it, tell me as well in the comment section. I want to know. I want to get better at these videos. I want to be able to impact you and give you more value in each video I produce. So let me know as always in the comment section. Subscribe if it's not done yet. Here are some other videos you can watch after. These are going to be the next good videos to watch to be able to learn and improve your skills. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.